Employee Hub. Now, this is one of the key components and a unique feature from LedgerAI that is there in our competitive systems, but not to the level of depth that we have built it on. So basically, this will be the employee's day-to-day activity dashboard, where whatever they're doing, they should be able to record it here, and that'll be recorded for the management as well as for their report line managers and HR and the finance teams all together. So this will be a closely knit system of whatever the employees do, irrespective of their the management, their managers, they are employees, tech, project managers, whoever. It all ties into the finance and the HR and the operations, because in the end it's all they're all working to have work on the same goal, correct? So this dashboard for the employee, we call it Employee Hub. Now, as a super admin, I've looked in here. Now there's a employee brief, so basically they can jump to these sections because this page is pretty long. So what we have done is we've put a sections here, quick actions, so they can go and see their next actions, projects, their tasks, check in and check out, daily timesheets, history, compensation, HR role, console, request, and login profile. This is where they reset the password. So starting with today's brief, it's going to show me exactly what I did, what I need to do today. Right. It also shows me on the right hand side of at a very high level of what my day is looking like, but whatever actions I've saved, I have something I have to follow up. Again, these are old dummy information, but we'll be able to, so next actions and the projects that I'm engaged in, and then my pipeline that I'm working on in terms of the deals, the numbers, the values, what I've updated, and then I've got my check-in and check-out. Now this is where the real thing starts. Now once you're on the desk, no matter what time you're in, you just select your schedule. You work 8 to 5, 9 to 6, whatever you want, and then you just say check in, and it's gonna check you in on the day at the time of as per the time of your machine. So basically not the machine, but the time that is there in your area at that particular time. So I've been busy since 7 a.m., 6 a.m. I've been doing customer meetings, customer breakfasts, and then coming back and went into more meetings. So now I got time to log into my system. So I'm just going to say at 1:46 I checked in, which 1:46 p.m. So already half a day has passed. And then I'm going to say timesheets, what I have been doing. So I need to log my 8 hours. So work date is this, which is today, and the activities that I've been performing. So I say sales. I say it was in a client meeting. The client, I can say ABC Incorporation project. That's a project I've been working on, and I can just select the date and the time that I was with ABC Incorporation. So it's very about 7:40 a.m. and then the meeting went for about few hours. So let's say it went till 10:50 a.m. That was and was this billable? Yes, it was. Remember, I was telling in the last video on the billable section of the finance themes. So this is where the billable comes in. If I hit billable, yes, it was billable because I've been having the next negotiation discussion because we closed the order. Say add line. So just gonna add the line here. It says the draft because it's not approved yet, so I can edit it and I can do whatever I want. The next would be I was with the management. I've got a planning strategy session for ABC on the project ABC, and I'm going to say this went from 2 p.m. up until I say 2 p.m. up until 5 p.m. and add line. Now it's automatically calculating my hours that I have used. See, so I've got three hours and it's almost 4 hours. I've got like 7 hours roughly clocked in for the day. Now say we've got another meeting with management, and that was reporting and reviews. Basically, I'm at the management and I had to give them the reviews, right? So what happened today? So just going to say same date, but this happened between 5:50 and say 6:45. Okay, this was not billable, so say add line. So now I'm near my 8-hour mark. This time spent, which is good enough. And so now this is my timesheets, and I've completed my day, 8 hours. Let's just say submit the day. So I'm not able to submit the day, right? You can see that. And now for me to submit the day, I have to close the day first. So I'm just gonna go here and say 6:45. This is where I finish my thing. So say 6:45 checkout. And now my day is completed. Now I'm able to submit the day. This will submit the day, and I won't be able to edit it. If I have to edit now, I have to go back and request HR and the management approval. So be careful whenever you're planning the day and submitting the timesheets. It has to be done every day. If you don't submit it by the end of the day at like 12 a.m., it automatically submits and locks it out. So before 12 a.m. every night, you should be able to complete the entire timesheets. Otherwise, if you have got like 8 hours of work, but you actually logged in just 4 hours of timesheet, it's not going to show up, and that would look bad on the overall thing. So say now the timesheet is logged. I've submitted my 8 hours. This is what my day is looking like. And the timesheet history, total month I worked for like 10 hours only. So on 11th of this month, like 2 days ago, I just worked for 3 hours. Didn't work before that. The timesheet is still open. I can request an unlock from here, but then that has to go through the HR and everything else. So it's just if I request an unlock, it has to go to like the reason for unlocking, and everything has to be mentioned, and then they will be unlocked. Now also the monthly compensation. So this is one of the important things for the company and the executive management to understand. You have been working for the time that you're contracted to work and get paid for. That is 8 hours a day, 22 days per month. So it gets logged in here every single day. So based on whatever your salary is negotiated, so the salaries for this much. This is, by the way, only visible to the employees and HR and the management. Nobody else can see it. This is a regular process, but so the employee would be able to see how much they have made this month based on the work that they have delivered, based on the hours that you have put in, and that's where the timesheets tracking comes in. And it might look like here it's kind of like micromanagement, but really it's not, because it helps management understand the productivity level, and at the same time it makes the employees accountable for the work that they have been doing, for the work that they have been delivering. It has to be known every single day for a reconciliation process to work properly, because towards the end of the month, account teams, finance and HR go crazy on the reconciliation. So this is made to make the businesses more agile. So and this has to be filtered by everybody from the top management all the way down, so they should be able to see everything very clearly. And the previous months logged in, like for example May, I was, and the dummy test, it was just 2,700 reals, although my salary is this much, but I'm just getting paid this much. So this way it just very clearly indicates, and just goes for like a period of 12 months or something. And then this will be the employee console, where you get to see all of your agreed salaries and everything else. And this is where the your project, basically your bonuses and your targets come in. Now these targets are very similar for the technical as well as the salespeople and ops as well, because in the end everybody works in the company is accountable for doing certain tasks based on their KPIs, and those KPIs are directly tied to the dollar value or the real value, basically money value, because the company is paying you as an employee or me as an employee the money. So we are accountable to make sure that we produce what we have been assigned to do and what is justified for our role. So basically this is what it is. And so for example, if a technical guy is looking at this, hey, I don't have a 6.5 million real target, basically it's calculated based on the salary that you've agreed upon with the organization, and then the projects that you'll be delivering. So if a sales guy goes and sells something for $6.5 million or reals, then it comes back and the technical team has to deliver it, right? So they will be equally accountable for the delivery, because once the delivery completes, that's how the company would be able to get the money, invoice the customer, and get the money based on the milestones and everything else, right? So based on this, the technical people will also be responsible to be able to help the overall company achieve those numbers. So it all works hand in hand, and there's a nice color that comes up every time there's a different quarter. So if you look at it in July, this green would be here in Q3, and this will go back to being a sand color. And then overall, the company gross revenue is this much, and this is the overall health of what has been achieved, right? And then the bonus, so the quarterly bonus that I have, according to my role, according to my salary and everything else. So my targets are about 1.6 on a quarterly basis. What I've achieved is about 952,000, nearly a million, but the left is 505.5 million, which I need to work hard for. But then my quarterly gross revenue bonus would be 1.6 mil, and based on this, I would be able to get a certain amount based on the number that I will achieve, which stays pretty much similar for all the employees, because usually businesses make it as a standard practice for all the sales and the technical team or the customer facing roles that, okay, fine, you're going to get this much if you achieve a certain number, that much if you can achieve a certain number. But the thing is, with this one, it can be modified depending on the requirements. So this is kind of hard coded in the system, but if you're buying a standard license, but if you're buying a license that is with the modification, with the professional services, not the deployment but the development professional services, so you'll be able to customize the solution. So our team will help you customize the solution based on your needs, so you can change these numbers based on what you have. Now from here, it also shows you can find what I have done, how many POs I've gotten. So it shows me all the POs that I have gotten. Based on this, the value is being calculated. And then I've taken 2 days of leave, which was entitled for me for the year. My IDs, so if I have my IDs on the portal, then they'll show up here. And I've got the company assets. I can request a leave to HR from here. I can request a payslip copy, annual leave, sick leave, casual, and timesheet unlock. These are the services that I would want HR to do for me. And then the expense claims. So you've got two ways to do it. Either you can upload your expense sheet, expense receipts here, and claim your expenses. That'll go to the HR and admin and to the finance and HR for approvals and verifications, and they're gonna like do the reimbursements accordingly. Or you can plan your month. So let's say you're going on a business trip, meeting 5-7 customers throughout the month, traveling 2 or 3 countries and whatnot. So you can plan everything and submit that a budget request that you'd be needing $5,000 for the month for the travel for the business. That has to be justified with like what you're gonna do and how it'll help the company achieve more, right? And then you've got your login profile, and you can reset your password and whatnot. On the right hand side, there's also something which is here, which is the employee offer letter. So you'll always have access to your own offer letter, your own labor contract from the government, and the code of conduct, the company policies. The rest of the documents are yours, your ID and everything, so that's going to stay with you. And the rest of the stuff which are related to the company are always available here. And if you have requested any pay slips, they will also start showing here, because there are no pay slips on the file yet. But the moment HR processes the pay slips or you request a pay slip, it's going to start showing here, so you can download it anytime. They'll stay in your profile. So that's about your employee hub, which is very, very carefully designed. And again, the whole point of this is not to have any fluff, rather have the very important things listed out. And here also, if I say I'm on this project as a technical guy, I would just say, hey, log progress. So I'm going to say, you know what, in the NHS I've been working on the project is about 40% complete, work date is this, our dates has to be filled in the timesheet, and available activity, and you can say deployed AI agent, for example. I say log progress, hours worked, expected hours worked, let's say 4. And user activity billable, yes. I say log progress. Now it's logged in the NHS one, so the progress is done, right? So that's just to go and quickly verify. If you go to the projects, go to the NHS, say open, we'll be able to see this is, I just logged in the 40% as PM. A confirmation is pending. Deployed an AI agent. So if as a PM I confirm that this is deployed, it goes up to 40% immediately. So this is how easy it is to actually to interact with the system from one side to the other. So that was Employee Hub for you.